Remember last lesson, I gave you all the important definition. Okay, I went through review, okay, this topic. So I gave you all the notes for the topic. Right now. Still remember? Pranati, do you still remember? We went through my slides, right? So we talk about population. For example, if we have frog, we have tadpoles, and then we have the young of the frog. This makes one population, correct? And what is population size? Remember what is population size? The number, correct? So it's about the number of this particular animal. Okay, so state what is the population. I look at your answers. Some of you are okay. Some of you gave me weird answers. Okay, we are looking at question 14, right? Are y'all at question 14? Because some people give me year, you know.
I haven't learned it yet.
Okay.
Like our school hasn't gone through.
Right. So I only see how many responses? 4 only. Right. So this is fun for you, right? Because I never asked for name. So you don't have to key in the name.
Wait, but why on my form it says name required?
Yeah, because you key in late. I entered the name actually much later.
No one.
You know? Yeah. All right. Ian, did you type in your answer? Ian didn't.
It's still in progress.
Right. Some of you put in your name. Yes, we will. Hannah, yes. But don't say it yet, okay? Prepare ready. Okay. So you learned about population. Last week, I gave you the definition. We talk about population. We talk about habitat. Remember? We talk about what? Community as well. Didn't we? Do you remember all these words last week? Then after that, we talk about herbivore, carnivore, omnivore. Still can recall? Cannot recall. Oh dear. Okay. Do y'all watch the video for this particular worksheet? Yes or no? How many of you did? Put out your hand. Okay, good, Hannah. Shamu, do you watch the video? Didn't. How many of you actually seldom watch the video? Tell me honestly. Seldom watch the video. Keith doesn't. Nabil doesn't. Okay, Shamu also. You went straight to do the worksheet and then you look for answers in your textbook. Is that right? Okay. Actually, the video will help you, you know. There are information that will be useful. Okay, let me see. Okay, the answer, I'm still stuck at only 6 responses. Now 7, okay. Better now. Okay, so what is population? How many of you are still typing? Because I have 11 of you here. Okay, I'll give you a bit of time. Maybe next time I will do it earlier. How about that? So I can send to you the form earlier, then you can type in. Do you think that will be useful? Yeah? Okay, so what I need from you, the next thing, the next question, I will ask you for one more info. Okay, so I look at your answer. A population is a place where there is people and animals. Is that the definition? They ask for population, you know. They even ask for habitat, definition for habitat, right? Okay. Who has finished? I got 8 responses already. Very good. Ange, do you key in your answers? Nabil? Nabil, do you key in? Didn't. Why? Who else didn't? So do you key in? Good. Julian, Joshua?
Yes, I keyed in.
Pranati, do you key in? Shamu? Shamu never type in, right? Okay. Honestly, do you type in? Didn't. Okay, 9 responses. All right, so I'm going to reveal the answer now. Okay, when we talk about population, it's actually a group of organisms of the same type. Okay, then they live together and reproduce in that particular habitat. This is the exact definition that we have. We did this last week as well. Okay, so this is the definition for population. It's a group of them, they are of the same kind. Okay, if you are talking about chicken, then you can have rooster, you can have hen, you can have chicks and eggs as well. Are you clear? So all these make up the same population. Then if you're talking about population size, then you start counting how many roosters, how many hens, how many chicks, and then you add them up. Clear or not? Any question? Must remember this. Okay. Shouldn't be angry with you because many of you are not at this topic yet. All right. But take note, they will ask for things like this. It can be a 1 mark or 2 mark question. If you go on to the next one, okay, study this food web. We have flowers, fruits, and leaves of a wild fruit tree. Okay, these are actually food sources for the organism. All right, so flower, fruits, as well as the leaves. So in the food web above, explain which animal would be most affected if the flowers of the wild fruit tree were not pollinated. If the flowers are not pollinated, can you tell me what will happen? Okay, I'll be taking a look at your answers. (14B), a lot of you give 1-word answer. Correct or not? Yes or no? Some of you say it's actually the moth. Some of you say that the squirrel and the flies. Let's take a look. Okay, so very clearly, this one is not well answered. Okay, they ask you to explain. Whenever you see this word explain, it has got to be more than 1 word. So you identify which animal is affected, right? Yes or no? Okay, then you need to give explanation why this animal will actually be most affected. So in this case, think about it. Okay, they are talking about the flowers. When flowers are not pollinated, what can you tell me? When they are not pollinated, what can you tell me? Somebody?
No.
The plant doesn't bear fruits.
Okay, so no pollination, no fertilization. No fertilization means no fruits. If there are no fruits, who will be affected?
Animals.
Joshua actually raised hand. Okay, Joshua, since you raised hand, yes, tell me your answer.
Sorry, where were we? in?
When there are no fruits, what will happen? Who will
The
suffer?
animals will starve.
Which animal?
The bats, squirrels, and flies in the weird
Right.
thing.
We said the bats, the squirrels, correct? And the flies. Do you agree? How many of you agree? All three will be affected? Good. Okay, all three will be affected. Which one would be most affected? We know that all three will be affected. That's true. But which one would be the most affected? You can only choose one. Whenever they say the most affected,
Is it the bats?
it is, yes, it is the bats. Why?
Because the squirrels and flies have another food source, which is the leaves.
Well done. That is the answer. Okay, that is the answer. So we know that you'll be the bats. Why? Because these two, they have other food source. What is their other food source? He mentioned the leaves. Can y'all see? Squirrels eat the fruits, right? Squirrels also eat the leaves. Flies as well. But bats only depend on fruits. So when there's no fruits, what will happen to the bats? They will starve. Correct? When they starve, they will die.
Food.
Clear? Any question here?
No.
So you see your answer
Oh.
and you compare with what I have explained to you. How many marks do you think you get? Look at your own answer again and tell me how many marks are you going to get. Can you even get 1 mark? No. Okay. You have to select the animal. So if I were to give you the mark allocation, 1 mark to identify the bats, right? 2 marks to explain. Bats only eat fruits, right? It has no other food source like the squirrels or the flies. They depend on leaves as well. Okay. If this is a 2-mark question, then 1 mark is for identifying the animal. The other mark is to say that its only food source is fruits. Clear? So if you look at the answer given here, so they said bats, right? Yep. If flowers are not pollinated, fertilization will not take place. Fruits will not be produced. So the population of bats, okay, would decrease as they could only feed on the fruit. Or you can say they only have one food source, which is fruits. Clear? So Shamu, you got the idea there. But Shamu, do you type in your answers? I didn't see your answers at all. Okay. The rest of you, I look at your answer, it's a 1-2 word answer, and many are wrong. How many of you actually say that the hogs will be affected? Oh, you did. Okay. How many of you say, what is, there's one student who say, what is this? What is this question? Some said moth, caterpillar. How I see like that, I'll be very stressed, you know. Okay. You understand when I explain to you now? Ian, do you understand this part? You sure, Ian? Ange? Hannah, is it okay, Hannah? And how about you, Zhen Yan? Yeah. Make sure you state the animal, then the reason. Did you all learn this method? um